our Alexa picks up what's happening on our Ring. And I was in the kitchen and I heard the Ring go and it was like 8 Girl Scouts. And I'm like, oh no, they found me. And they were like,
Can't
hey, we're
afford
Troop
8
617. And I was like, just take all my money and give me can we just not record this? This is embarrassing how many I'm buying.
I'm going to stick some cash through the mail slot, leave the cookies.
Yeah, leave the cookies on the door. Also, I always tell my kids, because they'll say rude stuff when we're on walks, because I don't know if you have kids, but they're rude.
Yeah.
You know, anybody over the age of 10. And if you think it's not your kid, you're wrong. They're rude. And so we're walking, and like my rude children that don't own homes will say something critical about a home.
No.
And I'm like, first of all, we're on their Ring app, dummy.
Yeah.
Like, I look like a jerk parent, and you're being rude. Because they're like, the house paint job isn't very good. I'm like, you painting it? All over our neighborhood is just me reprimanding my children. Are you guys on our podcast right now?
Are we podcasting?
We're podcasting. I'm fired up already, you guys.
I would honestly use that as a learning device and be like, well, you don't want that paint job. You better become a baby doctor or an orthodontist. Okay?
That's what I say.
You force them into medical
then
school.
They're like this. Then they're like, oh God, because I'm breaking down like how much it costs to live in certain places and that not every place is created equal. And that the overhead cost of having children.
Yeah. You see the sun?
Exponential.
You see the sun in the sky? If you want more of that, you got to get an advanced degree.
That's right. And I'm like, you know how much we paid for just last month to have your tooth pulled because it was uncomfortable and you had like, I could have just done it the old way and yanked it out, but we went to a dentist.
I couldn't do that.
$110.
That's it?
And he didn't even have to use anything. He put his... Because like that...
Hold on, because we're getting it done on the 14th.
Listen, no, because she's got to make room for a retainer.
Same.
That's different.
No, that's why we're getting them pulled, because for orthodontia...
No, that's what I'm saying. That's different. Eleanor just had a loose tooth.
Oh.
But it was painful and she had to do standardized testing. So I was like, all right, look, that thing doesn't look like it's going to come out on its own anytime soon. And if she messes with that thing and pushes it to the side like a diving board anymore, I'm going to barf at breakfast.
Well, that is the difference between parents of today and parents of the 80s, because I could have had like a femur fracture, a compound fracture, standardized testing. I would have had to walk to school.
Same.
And they'd be like...
My mom would have been like, I'm a school teacher. Your leg could be shaped like a question mark and you're going to sit through that testing.
Absolutely. You got to get there.
Yeah. I don't know what you think. You're not going to miss school unless I had like 108 temperature. And still she was like, I think you can wait till the nurse sends you home.
If anybody asks, you're not hot. Okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine. Sweaty.
I know. I'm like, but I think I'm contagious.
We had a really early morning like award ceremony at the school, and
my God, what are they doing to parents?
Oh God. Well, I think they do that so you can go into work late. It's better than doing it at like 10:30.
I know. Or my son's games, which are at 2 p.m.
How are you going to get there?
I don't know, but a lot of people do, and it makes me think, what are you doing for a living?
Working remotely?
Yeah, I guess.
Sales? I don't know.
They've got their laptop on their lap. They're like, I'll do a televisit.
You do
a
a
baby
beach
doctor.
background. Nobody knows. You mute. Nobody knows you're in the stands. It's genius.
It's all right, buddy. Take it to second base. I think what I'm looking at is basically you have a tumor on the left side.
Did you have your hand up, your literal hand up?
Yeah.
No, I'm really proud of this team.
Good job.
And how focused everybody is on sales for this quarter.
Yeah, I'm just going to block myself out of this Zoom call real quick. Oh, God.
I'm having technical difficulties.
You guys, we're doing great. We're at the I Mom So Hard podcast. Thanks for listening. If you've come out to a live show, we just did a bunch of shows in April. Thank you for coming out.
We're adding a bunch this fall, so go check out the website. They're on there now. Yeah. And will you do us a favor? I'm going to start doing this because I heard...
I thought you were asking me. I was like, I will.
She will. It's just, I don't ask her for favors anymore. I just tell her, guess what I need you to do? And she's like,
right then and there.
Rate, review, and subscribe. So go subscribe to our YouTube page because we've got all these like...
Oh, yeah. We're doing like
you can watch
shorts.
The whole thing. You can watch shorts of
We're going to do one where we wear shorts.
Oh, I got to work out. I got to do lunges.
No. I think that's the opposite of what we need to do.
So
I'm going to put
go
micro
subscribe
shorts
on YouTube. You can watch the whole podcast on there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. But also, if you have a question for us, you can put it in the reviews, the podcast reviews.
Oh.
So if you want to send us a mom box, you can put it in the review. If you have a request for an episode, please put it in review, like a topic you'd like us to cover.
You mean a review when you review the podcast or like on the comments on the YouTube?
No, review on the podcast because they look and see how many reviews you've had. So give us 5 stars and then say, Kristin and Jen, I really want you to talk about this part of life.
I love where your head is. You're crowdsourcing. I'm so into it.
And it's good. It's good for us because we want to keep this podcast on the air. The more reviews we get, the better. So do that. Send your questions to the reviews and we'll check them.
Guys, we're stepping into the next century. Figured out that
almost
this is
at
not on
1995.
This is not FM radio. That's the first time I figured, which I kind of wish because I'd be like, we're going live.
We're playing stacks of tracks. We're having you here for your morning drive.
7 on your morning drive. You know what? I love when people send us pictures, ladies send us pictures of them listening to the podcast on their morning drive. I'm like, that feels cool, man.
I love
that feels
it.
good.
We had, and gosh, look at me jumping ahead, but we had a mom box. We'll do it at the end of the show.
Okay.
Because I am going to jump ahead.
First of all, let me just quickly say, go to IMOMSOHARD.com if you want to see all the cities and dates that we're doing in October. We also have a couple like outside dates, which is May 11th. We're doing Tulsa.
Yeah.
And then
August.
This is on the DL, but by the time this comes out, it's probably not on the DL. But Nebraska, we are coming to you. We cannot wait. We know things have been so tough with those tornadoes. Our hearts
Grand Island.
We're coming to Grand Island, probably around October 24th. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that yet.
Is that what it is?
It is.
Okay.
But TBD. Just know that it's in October. We are just waiting for the green light from the venue. But just circle the date, October 24th. Pencil us in.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. And
we're at that big arena there.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
So we're all of our love and our prayers are going out to all y'all that had to deal with those damn tornadoes in Elkhorn, Nebraska. So scary.
Yeah.
And in Oklahoma
too. Getting their asses kicked.
Tornadoes,
guys.
man. And stop being storm chasers. I can't stop watching, but I don't want to because I think you're going to get sucked up in your Ford F-250.
Oh my God. I don't know about anybody else.
I can't watch those videos. They literally give me nightmares.
We'd hear 40 miles away in Pottawatomie County, which always got hit. I don't know why. There would be a tornado and we'd be like, let's just go down to the basement now.
No, my dad was like, let's go look. That's what you do if you're... If you're my dad and you're like 28 with 3 kids, you're like, you know what you should do instead of going to the storm cellar? Let's see it hit the ground. Those are cool.
Well, I remember being at the mall in Muskogee, Oklahoma for a tornado, and my dad and my brother and I had to go into the men's room and seek shelter. I don't know if you know a place that you don't want to get on the ground and hover, but it's a men's room, you guys.
That's
in Muskogee, Oklahoma.
That's literally life and death. If you're like our cellar at our fucking like acreage.
Was it an old farmhouse like fruit cellar too? You're like,
it was so gross. I was like, I think I'd rather die.
There's bodies down here for sure.
And it wasn't connected. The house, it was the one that like was built into the ground. And I only saw it one time because there was one tornado that was threat enough for us to have to go into it. And I was like, please, Jesus, that thing better be 30 feet away before I go in. And I waited and I waited.
Eggs everywhere.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know there was a serial killer here.
Yeah, of course, they hid out.
Anyway,
they dug a tunnel to my room.
Let's get happy and go hot flash, Jenny.
Let's go hot flash. Hot flash, hot flash. Hot flash. Okay, so
I like the hot flash first.
I'm surprising Kristin with this one, although we did talk about this person earlier this week, just in our regular conversation. And my hot flash for this week is Post Malone.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I just peed a little.
Yep. Okay. So yeah.
Whenever I pee a little, that means real love.
But okay, so we weren't talking about him in this context, but I had to do some heavy research. You tell me what you were telling me about him. Where you said the Fortnite video, which I've watched 9 million times.
I'm gonna start a stir. Okay. I'm gonna say it.
I'm gonna see your stir, and I'm gonna double down. So go ahead.
I'm gonna say it. When I watched the video with Taylor and Post Malone, I thought to myself, "Is there love there?" And if there is love there, what does that mean? In the only part of the story that I could make sense of is Post Malone and Taylor Swift. If it's not Taylor and Travis, it's Taylor and Post Malone.
Oh,
and
the
my
story
head
of the song, you mean?
exploded. I'm sorry. I saw chemistry there.
I think
there's
so.
something there. It doesn't make any sense. And then all of a sudden my heart is beating for Post Malone and I am watching him at Stagecoach and I've always been a huge fan. He confuses me. The face tattoos confuse me. There's something about him that is so available and sort of broken and also so masculine.
Okay, we got to break all this down because I did a serious stalker deep dive. Sorry, Post Malone.
I love him.
I do love him. And remember, I saw him one time.
Yes.
I was buying a key fob in the Gucci store, and there was a very tall gentleman with face tattoos wearing like a Navajo blanket and buying $4,000 and $5,000 belts like by the handful. And I was like, who is that? To somebody that works there, because I knew I should have known who he.
I would have been like, Post Malone. First of all, they would have been like, don't let that lady in Gucci because she's always eyeballing shit and she never buys anything.
Oh, they were definitely like, ma'am, can we help you? And by that I mean,
can you get out of our
security
store?
Or
I just like
you escorted by security.
When I walk into
time.
those stores, they're like, this woman's gonna steal because I feel like I kind of want to steal.
Well,
not fully, but I'm like,
no, they know that. They know that. They think everyone.
I'm walking in and I'm like, well, is it that bag is fancy? Can I see that bag? And they're like, nope. And I'm like, good idea. That's probably safe for you.
Yeah, no,
lady
I know.
that works here.
Yeah, don't even touch it with your dirty,
the security guard is literally over
fingers.
Yeah. I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just had Cheetos. Is that weird? Can I touch this?
Yeah.
Bag?
No,
how much?
Okay. I could never remember his name, but the guy told me who he was, and then and he was nice to everybody. He's a very big guy. He's like 6'5" or something like that. He's a big dude, which is attractive. But I will tell you, the face tattoos kind of turned me off. I have a lot to say about them.
Of course they do.
I feel like it's representative of childhood trauma.
Of course. Well, I know you read that article. I'll add to what you're going to say, but I think like those face tattoos confuse us. And the grill. Speaking of, if I'm not speaking clearly, it's because I have my Invisalign in, and if I don't freaking commit to these, finally, they're never going to work. So I'm real spitty right now. But when you get a grill,
endearing.
a grill, I just feel like anytime you alter your face that much. And I'll say it with women too, if you alter your face too much of something, I think you're not squared up. You're not where you need to be sort of sometimes.
No, it represents like some hurt.
There's something else going on if you're going that big.
He did say, so I've been, because
she's like, I find him attractive, so now I have to psychoanalyze.
No, he's getting them removed, a lot of them removed. He's getting them taken off. Okay, so here's what he said. He didn't think he was like attractive or good looking,
I read this
and that his face wasn't interesting enough. So he was like, at least people have something interesting to look at, which of course is why he's such like a soulful artist, is he is introspective and tortured a little bit, and that's
very attractive.
And that's what makes him attractive.
There's also something very sort of gifted to him. He's just naturally,
for sure.
I think he looks at himself and feels nothing but like imposter syndrome. I think he is constantly walking through the world like, how did I get there? How do I deserve this? What's going on? And I think like sitting next to Taylor Swift, it all just made sense. And I know I'm not the only person that felt it. I just saw that video and everything in the back of my head was like,
after watching, Delilah made me watch the video, and after watching it, I literally have listened to the song a million times, just on constant repeat, like trying to get to the bottom of this song. But Delilah was like, what do his tattoos mean? Because, in the video, she has his tattoos. It's so cool. It just gave me chills.
And it's so sexy. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's also sexy. Was this planned? Am I this easy? Am I such easy bait?
You have did you read that text that I sent you? Tell the truth, because I think you're going to freak out if you didn't and I go over this with you. Okay, I'll get to it.
The article?
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Because I read that he has the face tattoos because he didn't think he was very attractive and that he wanted something beautiful to look at when he looked in the mirror, something interesting for himself, not just for other people.
No, that's true. This is more scandalous, what I'm going to get to. He has PPD as his daughter. He has that big one on his forehead. So I don't know if he's going to get that removed. But so these are some of the things I learned about him. He's a new dad.
Yes.
So he's got like a 2 or 3-year-old. He has like a super secret fiance who's very protective of, very like
What if it's Taylor?
it isn't Taylor.
What if it
I think her name's Jamie. I didn't write it down, but
What if it is?
it's not. He has a daughter with this woman. She got him to stop drinking so much.
Yes.
And so did his daughter. He's like, that's how he lost so much weight.
Yep.
Is he's not drinking. He's not doing drugs.
I think he's
said
drinking
not
a little
doing
bit.
soda. He's doing like moderated drinking, but he was hardcore.
Well,
like,
yeah, I just think he was smoking and drinking and like living an unhealthy life.
But
And
he
by the
wants
way,
to
if you
live
want
a
to pack
long
on
life.
LBs, do
Oh,
that for
do
3
that.
weeks.
God,
We come back from tour and I'm like,
I've got
I
like
can't
a
button my pants.
solid 12 to lose now.
Oh my God. I
can't.
came back and my pants, like, normally we're very loose jeans because no one wants to fly with tight jeans. But for some reason, well, I can't imagine why. 18 meals of pasta and bullshit
Cheese
beige
curds.
food
Oh
and
my
cheese
God.
curds. I come back and I look like I have a scar down the middle of me because my pants are so tight.
I know.
That I look like I've like my whole waist
I
is a
know.
scar.
I
And then
know.
when I unbutton, it's like, brr. So he got unhealthy because he was just living unhealthy and now he's living healthy.
And he said he wanted to live a long life for his daughter. And he said,
Or his secret.
no, I'll tell you something else interesting about his tattoos. So they were like, where did they come from? Like, who? It was from People magazine. Like, where did these come from? And he said, you know, some of them are like songs I've written. Some of them are dares or bets that I've lost.
Oh,
And in 2020, he lost a bet to 2 gentlemen and has their initials tattooed on his body. And those 2 gentlemen were Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. And so I went, you guys, I did this. I can't believe I did it. I'm in this Gen X Swifties group on Facebook, and I posted a link to the article, and I was like, you guys, is Post Malone the glue person that set them up? Everybody thinks
is
no.
that a question mark? Nobody knows who they really set up. I thought it
Nobody
was
knows.
from a
Yeah, they both acknowledged that there was this person in common. So my favorite one, people are like, no, I don't think that's who it is. My favorite is that it's Andy Reid and Travis or Taylor's dad because they're friends.
Here's what I care about: Post Malone and Taylor Swift.
But I mean, no. But what if Post Malone was like, I love her and I can't be with her, but I want her to be with somebody wonderful, so it's going to be Travis, or like some beautiful love story like that.
No,
Nope.
I need it to be.
No, they can't be together. Kristen, don't do this to me. I love Travis too much. And they're both happy, Kristen. They don't know. No. Don't do this to them. Don't do this to me.
Hey, man, look. When my husband asked me to marry him, there was no one that was like, "Hey, I'd like to." I'd like to vie for that hand if nobody's if you're like nobody was like starting to dust up over me, okay?
Secondsies.
Yeah, like no one was like, if there's anybody at this wedding that would like to not see these 2 get married, speak
Kristen
now.
goes, nobody?
Nobody? Like
What?
Jeez. It feels like, is there not one hidden crush among any of you? Yes, I'm pregnant, whatever.
I also, besides that, I think they're respectively happy in their relationships. I really think about what watching that video must be like for Post Malone's fiance and for Travis
she's a secret
Taylor's
person.
fiance.
I think it's Taylor. Did Taylor have a...
It's not. Her name's like Jamie. She's not the same person, Kristen. He's not engaged to Taylor Swift.
What if...
Well, we got to think about her feelings in this, okay? And there was a lot of heat between the 2 of them in that
Jesus.
video.
That video. They did more in that video than all the PDA videos I've seen with her and Travis. I'm just saying.
I disagree.
I'd be like, you 2 can't be friends after we get married. You know, like, yeah, that's the one that got away.
And I will say...
I'm going to start such shit.
No, I know. Yeah. Okay. The moms that we have listening, don't dial your direct contacts to either one of those and stir shit up. Kristen's just speculating. This is her spank bank. Just that video is Kristen's little spank bank. But all I need...
Post Malone, they make sense together. It's the only person in the universe that would make sense with her other than why Travis makes sense with her. But they
don't make sense. They don't make sense. They don't make sense together.
You didn't see him at
Post Malone-
Stagecoach. He was perfectly happy there. Stagecoach is so much better than Coachella.
Sure. I don't think, though, that I don't think Post Malone and Taylor are a good fit. I don't think so, especially because he's engaged to somebody else, Kristin, and he has a child with somebody else. And Travis is perfect for Taylor.
Okay, fine.
Let's
I'm just
not
saying.
get derailed. Okay, here's another funny little factoid about him. Okay, I will stalk your fiance later too if you're listening, Post Malone, and if you are, please DM, please write, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to come onto the podcast, Post Malone, at any time.
Yeah, we're not call her daddy, but you can call us mommy and feel safe in it. It's not weird.
You can just call us. We don't even have to go into the podcast.
Mommy. Exactly.
You call me, I'm probably sitting next to her.
Yeah, you'll get both of us.
You want my number?
Really easy. Don't do this again. Don't do this again.
I did that. Remember?
I know. I remember.
I accidentally posted my phone number when we first started, and I just became Facebook tech assistance to anybody in Alabama.
And then we were like, you can't put our management's number on there. So she changed it, but didn't turn off the alert everybody that you have new information on your Facebook page. So they got like 200 phone calls to our management office asking if this is where to get a hold of the moms. So.
Because before it was calling me, and I'd be like, hello?
I don't think many people knew it was there, but when they got the alert that there was a phone number, they were like,
just to be clear, the geniuses that Jen and I were when we first started and we hit it skyrocketed. Facebook was like, can you leave a number? And I'm like, sure can. Here's my personal number. Then I got a call at 4 a.m. from, what was her name? Something, oh God.
Dixon.
Leanne Dixon.
Leanne Dixon. Who just still follows us, by the way.
She called me and she's like, I like you ladies, but I'm getting too many of your videos and I would like to have changed my settings.
And I was
like,
unfollow.
I was like, you know what? I would like to help you, but it's 4 a.m. here. And she's like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. My son told me not to call you, but I just wanted to fix this situation. Can you call me back in a little bit? And I said, I sure can. So I did.
Like
and I helped her change her settings to not see us anymore. That's the God's honest truth.
Her son could have helped. Well, she does because she does message and stuff like that. She likes
us. And I God bless you. Like literally, I helped you not follow us anymore. So Post Malone, not hard to find us.
Yeah, easy. And also, I know his real name.
What is it?
Austin Post.
Oh, that's cute. He looks like an Austin.
All right, but you know where he got the name Post Malone?
Where?
I love it, and he's so honest about this. You talk about somebody being genuine. He got it from a rap name generator when he was in high school.
Oh, my God.
Can you believe that?
So I love that.
Of course, they sent our names through the rap name generator. You want to hear what yours?
Oh, my God. This is our rap name?
Yep. Okay, so yours for a female rapper is, and it does sound very close to your clown name, Chrissy E, and your nickname's Dizzy Grind.
Dizzy Grind.
I love that.
Dizzy Grind is how I dance.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Okay, but first of all, my clown name was Chrissy the Clown.
I know. So it's Chris E.
Chris E. Okay.
So yeah,
I like just Chris E.
Honestly, if we're being, I think you could go as Chrissy the Clown as your rap name, especially if you're going to do like some of that like insane clown posse sort of juggalo music. I think you could absolutely do that.
Whoa.
Right? What?
Am I going full circle in my life? I just found my hat. That's okay. That's okay. I just got a vision of like a cool, like not what Taylor did with all of the tattoos, but just like an Auguste, like mouth and clown face. That's could be hot.
Oh, like the anonymous kind of, like the scream face, or
I don't know what that means. That sounds cooler. I was just thinking of a
I don't know
evolution of my Chrissy the Clown face.
I know no.
Stand by. I'll do it someday.
I don't
be
know
on
any
the podcast.
Clown terminology. I'm sorry if that makes me very uncool or something.
Okay.
To not know how to describe all the different clown face painting, but I don't know.
Don't worry about it. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it on a podcast.
Getting laid in high school to know.
I was trying. I just didn't know clowning was not the way to do it.
You didn't know that was birth control.
I was like, Jesus. My parents were like, keep clowning. And I was like, I'm getting no action.
It wasn't a lot of getting laid. And when it wasn't that great.
Right.
Okay, but here's your hardcore rapper nickname. Hard K, Chrissy Kill It Chill.
Hard K, Chrissy Kill It Chill?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty good, right?
Hard K, Chrissy Kill It Chill.
Yeah. Killa.
Hard K, Chrissy Killa. chill.
I think Hard K is pretty dope.
Hard K is
Because
pretty...
I call
Dizzy
Kristin
Grinder
K.
feels like I don't appreciate that. That feels like somebody's observationally looking at me.
Yeah.
Dizzy Grinder.
That's just when she's had a couple of cocktails and
I'm
she's
like
on the dance floor at a
and I've been
wedding.
wearing heels for too long. Then
Yeah.
they're like, she's going down.
Yep. She doesn't look
Dizzy
like her.
Grinder.
Like
She'll
her
grind
inner
on
ear-
anybody that'll have her.
Just got an inner ear thing. Just be cool. Be cool.
She didn't take Sudafed before we went out. She's
You know
got
how
these
dogs get that thing as they get older?
vertigo.
Like,
Yeah, like I look like I'm walking on an angle. But I like. What's the other one? Killer K.
Yeah, Hard K, Chrissy,
Kill a Clown.
Kill a Chill. Ooh, Kill a Clown. No, I think we found it, right? Your new rap name is Hard K, Kill a Clown.
Hard K, Kill a Clown. Clown sounds not as cool as I want it to.
Oh.
Hard K. Okay. Sounds like ketamine, but
I call her K, so I could be when she's
you
like.
do call me K.
When you're like, you're about to mess somebody up, I'm gonna go Hard K coming in hot.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
Hard K.
Yep. Okay.
Anything that calls me hard is cool.
Okay. So here's want to hear mine?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Mistress Jenny J Gunshot Flavor. It's a lot. That's too much.
That is a lot.
That's like
How am I supposed to remember that?
I don't know.
Wait,
you know
do
what?
say it again?
It sounds like it's very Nordic because my grandmother was Florence Victoria Claudia Johnson Smedley because you keep like all your surnames. I know. But mine is
Did they ask you? They were like, how white are you? Let's make that name.
we can tell.
You're like, we can tell literally from your voice. I just spit
Yeah.
on this. We can tell from your voice that you're...
They're like Smedley's the most
Smedley.
English name we've ever fucking
Yeah, you're
read.
like the Swedish, Irish,
Yes.
like lightest person.
The UK
They should
calling.
just call you Snow.
Yeah. So that's what mine would be. Hard UK.
Hard UK.
So
hard K, hard UK.
So, I'm so Northern European. Okay. Mistress Jenny J Gunshot Flavor.
They're really going hard with this gunshot.
I know. I don't
Which
need
feels
that.
like hard. Wait, what was the
Here's
first
what I
part?
would do. Mistress Jenny J Flavor J. I would go Mistress Jenny Flavor J.
I like that. Mistress Jenny Flava J.
Yeah.
Sounds a little...
And then the other one they gave me was Jenny J Malice.
Jenny J Malice.
I don't know. I like Jenny J's cute.
Jenny
right?
J's cute.
I like Jenny. I like Flava J.
I like Flava J.
I think that's
That
good.
one's good. Okay, so you're Flava J and I'm
Hard K.
Hard K.
Hard K Flavor J.
Coming in.
For your morning ride into work.
We're 104.7 in
We'll
the
be flipping those stats
morning.
away.
Yeah, we really need the third caller. You're going to get free tickets to this weekend's comedy festival
Oh
in
my God.
Sacramento.
If you're old, this is so funny, you guys. If you're young, you're like, what's radio?
Yeah, they're like, what is that? Oh, God. They don't know. They don't know what it's like to turn a dial in a car.
No, all they've known is Spotify, you guys. They've never, is it Spotify or what's the, ooh.
Look at you. Is that my dad?
Celebrate Mother's Day with a gift. Use code MOM15 for 15% off.
Is that ours?
No.
Oh, because
No,
I'll tell
it's-
you who gets to me more than anybody is damn Timu. I don't know what kind of code breakers those
Temu
assholes
will get-
are.
No,
but
that's
they're
the whole-
listening to us.
No,
they're going to
that's-
send me a shirt and they're going to be like, we found one that says hard K. And I'm going to be like,
Oh, you will.
Killer K? What am I?
That's the problem everybody has with Temu is like they're Chinese spies or something, and
I
they're
don't
getting
care.
into all your stuff.
I got all that shit for Eleanor's birthday for so cheap. I was like,
oh my
spy
God,
away.
decorations.
You're
I know.
not going to be thrilled with anything you see.
I do have to say, I don't want to hover on Taylor Swift for too long.
I want to
or-
hover on Post Malone
Okay,
and
but,
Taylor Swift.
Delilah is going to do a Taylor Swift era's birthday party for her first sleepover. So we have a Pinterest
Oh,
board
God.
already started. She has a folder where she's doing sketches,
Yeah.
and I did look up tents. You guys rented tents for the sleepover.
Eleanor had, so, one of the things about being on the road is like that our kids have had to pivot sometimes, and that's tough. It doesn't matter to them what we do. It matters that like it's a little inconvenient for them at times. But I always say, like, if I were a doctor or if I were, a medical rep flying around the country, I would have to go to this thing, right?
Yeah.
And so
if you are a brain surgeon, when you come home, your kid will go,
but you
didn't
weren't there.
want to spend time at my soccer game with me?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what.
Right. You're never doing it right.
Yeah.
So Eleanor was super cool because she delayed her birthday party for me for 3 weeks so we could be back and I could pull it off when I was home. Because at one point I was trying to have my husband do it. And I was like, she wants a sleepover. And then I was like, that's not going to work. And I'm going to. So,
he didn't put candy in that pinata that one time. There's no way I'm trusting him with any of that, especially where there's like there's a concept for it. She had a very clear
yes. Eleanor sent me.
For
we are
what she
now in the
wanted.
space where she sent me like her vision board.
Yes.
And she was like, just a couple things I want to put in front of you. I would like things to be sage green. I only want 4 people total. This is the mood board. It's cottage core. I'd like to go with, remember, I'm not into bright colors. I'm now more into like moody earth tones.
And a husband is going to see that and they're going to be like, okay, pajamas and pizza.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
great.
husband,
Got it.
She goes, I want tents. I knew what she meant. My husband went and got the Coleman. I was like, that is not what she wants. That is
No.
She does not want to go bass fishing. She wants cool, like high end tents looking.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's like the fancy. It's on like Instagram.
Their
and
Pinterest party.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I did look at building these myself because I am one of those people that I will kill myself trying, but we didn't have the time. So I did find this lovely company that comes to your house and listen, I got a taste of how the other half lives. I was like, wait a minute. So I just pay you and you come in and you set all this up with the color scheme that I have picked. And then I look like such a baller because I paid $14 per girl for a set of pajamas, slippers, and a headband to go on the said with the mat. They bring the mattresses and the pillows and the blankets. I mean, it's all done for you.
Yeah.
Is it cheap? Absolutely not. But I didn't get to have cheap because I had to do it last minute.
Right.
But it was just 4. And we cleared out it looked so beautiful. She was so happy. Every picture looks like a postcard. And I was like,
it does.
so you're telling me after 11 years, I could have just been paying someone instead of trying to get together my own Fortnite party at a local park and having to rent Andy Gump because there's not public bathrooms. And
I'm sorry. I'm like,
exactly
just go behind
the
the
same
tree.
amount, by the way, if not less. I spent less because I wasn't doing things like last minute and we weren't like, and it was so hard. Colin and I have always done it the hardest way possible, all ourselves, literally at local parks, which I think there's some charm, especially where I think things go overboard. But this one, I was like, I want her to have this sleep away. And also, one of her little besties, Charlie's moving back to New York. And so they're at the age where it paid off. It wasn't lost on them. They came in and it was like, oh my God, this looks like a Pinterest board. And oh my God, I want my satin jammies. And
it was. And Hard K showed me the photos.
Hard
and then
K
I
did
was
show
like,
the photos. And I
think that's a great idea.
I said, show it to Delilah. They've got an Eras Tour one.
Literally, it has nothing to do, tents have nothing to do with the Eras Tour. But what's so cute is they each have, and with Delilah being younger and it being like little girls who are maybe on their first like sleepover, I was like, that's like a nice little safe place for them to be. But they're all together. And so, you know me, I'm the cheapest bitch out there. Flava J likes a good deal.
Flava J likes a good deal. I'm going to be coming over making tents. But then I'm going to keep, because I'm Hard K, I'm going to keep those tents and we're going to rent them out.
Well, we're not going to make them, but you can get 4 for $90 on Amazon. They're smaller. They're not big like those.
Oh, that's why. We had to go like, not adult size, but they're 11. They're 5th graders.
These are for littler girls. You know, they're younger.
That's actually a good deal. We're going to keep them.
I'm going to keep them or I'm going to, I don't know.
Rent them.
Rent them out, sell them. I don't know.
We need 3 parties and we're in the
Paid
black.
for that. So here's what I'm going to do also. So the 4 for $90, and then you can get on Temu these, they're kid size. So again, we're talking 8-year-olds mostly. Delilah's turning 9. I think one of the girls is 7 also. So like, it's only 8 because they each are going to pick an era for their tent.
Oh my God, you're going. I couldn't have. I was like, I need to make 3 calls and be done.
So, but you can order on Temu. I think it's like $5 for $60. The mattresses.
Oh yeah, that
They're
was
little,
the other
like,
thing.
Blow up things, and then I'll just use like old sheet on top of them or
Smart.
whatever. But so we're gonna make each one the different eras like decorations for
And then
it.
are you going to have one that is just a Post Malone tent and it has all of his
no.
tattoos on the side and then it's just this big question mark? Is it like
I am obviously going to be in the Travis Kelce tent all night.
you need to mind your business? You can't have that around those. You gotta have that.
Nah,
you
some
need to
of them I
put
know.
your
I
tent
know.
in your room, ma'am. That's
know.
where the Travis Kelce tent needs to go.
Delilah has no interest, so little interest in boys that she was watching the second Twilight movie last night and she goes, I don't like it when they do that. And I go, what, kiss? She goes, yeah. I like it when they kiss.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah. If it's fast, that's how you're supposed to do it. But when it's slow and they don't move, but their lips make a lot of noise, I was like, well, when you put it that way, that sounds super gross.
Yeah, until it's not. Eleanor used to think that too. She'd be like, gross. And now she's like, oh, how many of these did they make? Like 18 of
I'm
these?
gonna watch them all. I know.
I'm gonna watch them all. And then her eyes will get real big and she like loses herself and she's like watching them make out and I'm looking at her and she's like, don't judge me.
No, that's me. That's me.
I know.
I'm like, pause that movie if I
I'm
walk out
like,
of the
I'm
room.
gonna
I wanna come
rewind
back.
it and see if anything happens down
I don't
there.
want to miss that vampire.
Yeah.
I know.
But God, they have a lot of movies. I think they all
do.
ended up 42.
I don't know how, but the second one's the only one that's not streaming. I had to buy that shit.
I know.
Not
That's how
happy
they
about
get you,
that.
right? They
It's
release
true.
like 6 and they don't release number 2 and you're like,
But if you don't go to number 2, you don't know who Taylor
You don't
Lautner.
know.
And here I
Speaking
am.
of,
Everything comes back to Taylor Swift, which is never wrote a bad thing about Taylor Lautner, just saying. Good guy.
good guy and married a woman named Taylor. I know too much.
He
I've got to
did.
get back to parenting.
Also, I am looking
And
for like a Jake Gyllenhaal pinata for this party.
Everybody
If anybody
really,
can-
yeah, he's like the guy. He's the villain until this other dipshit that
Joe
I think
Alwyn?
paid too much attention to him.
They were together for like 5 years.
No.
Oh,
the
Matt
crabby,
Healy?
yeah, that
Matty
little
Healy?
shithead that like showed up to a concert and was like looking like he smelled something bad. I just wanted
Oh
to
my
slap him.
God, I know.
I don't like his hair.
Partly it's that he's British and there's just a vibe
I was like,
that's, yeah.
Like, I don't even. I'm like,
See,
they
that's, yeah. Joe Alwyn, also British, come back down home. You can't get more KC than Travis. Don't talk about
Unless
it.
you get Austin,
If you break,
which is getting weird. And Austin and Nashville aren't that different. Just saying.
I don't like what you're
There
saying
would-
right now.
If only they would create music together that really attacked our souls. If only they could.
No, they did.
Taylor and I was just gonna say. Like,
I've listened
I mean,
to it so much. I don't know if I'm okay. I really
love it so much.
And
They have
plus-
so much chemistry. It's undeniable. I'm totally. But I'm like, what's Travis thinking? He's like, it's cool. It's
He's
cool.
like, hey, wait.
Hey, wait.
Travis is just a Labrador retriever.
God
That
bless
guy
him.
is just like, he's a happy, loyal, sweet,
Did you hear?
hot as
Oh Jesus!
fire.
Can I just tell you? He was on. Now I'm not going to say it right because there's like that Santino guy who's on Best Bad Friends and then also has 3,000 other. Are you listening to me? You listening?
Nope,
to your, you looking
nope,
at Timo?
How
God
do you
damn
know
it.
I was going to show you?
Yeah, I know. Is that what you're on?
Don't worry about it.
See,
Don't worry
you're
about
not
it.
listening to me. You're looking at
Well,
Timo.
you didn't read that thing that I sent you
Yes,
about.
I did. I just quoted it back to you. He looked in the mirror and said, "I need something
I
interesting."
sent you the wrong one.
I read part of it.
Okay.
So wait, what was I just? I was saying Travis Kelce was on Santino's podcast, and he forgot to wear underpants.
Oh, God.
This is a long
Tell me
time
about
ago.
it and talk slow.
Okay, so evidently it's a video too, and they had a video of it, and Travis is wearing shorts, and his boys keep going left to right, and so
Are they short shorts?
They're short shorts. Travis Kelce, if he could wear micro shorts, would. He is he's a fashionista. That guy's
Yeah.
gonna do. So he wore short shorts. His giblies were and the ornaments were going left to right, and then so they put a Kansas City Chiefs logo over the video. And it's been talked about on TikTok nonstop because it's so funny.
How
And
big's the logo? I'm just
I
curious.
don't know. I
What
just think
kinda
Santino was like,
photoshopping?
hey, we can't use this video because your balls are all over it. Which, don't you think that's who Travis Kelce is? And it's fantastic.
Absolutely who he is.
Yes. And I love him. And hope the best for all of them. I'm just saying.
Well,
If a love song comes out that's an anonymous love song as they're getting engaged, and all of a sudden things are disrupted. You heard it here
somebody
first.
says, when they get married, then you would be okay with Post Malone going, I object.
Fuck yes.
You just want that story, but you got to think about the real life fallout from that.
Oh, God, give me a break.
And
the fallout would be like 25 broads would fall from the sky and make Travis Kelce feel better.
Hold on. With fallout, I just keep thinking about that Kansas City Chiefs logo.
Yeah, and the fallout happened. It was on Santino's podcast. Like, everybody would be fine.
Well, when they were at Travis and Taylor were at the that fundraiser, auction in Vegas.
I've heard all about it, but I haven't seen it.
I've seen a lot of fan videos about it. It's so funny because he gets up there. Of course, he's had all these like gin and tonics or whatever it is.
God bless him.
And they're both having a great time. You know, they just came from a hotel room because he can't stop kissing her shoulder.
Shut up, you weirdo!
Oh, I'm weird? I'm just talking your language, dirty, dirty birdie. But like, he gets up there and he starts singing, and you can hear Taylor lean over to somebody next to her and goes, I told him not to sing. I told him not to do that. It's so good. Like,
fast forward 20 years when she's like, it stopped being funny.
At their kid's wedding, when she's like,
Jesus Christ, Travis. Like,
I am the professional singer here. Why are you singing,
What
Travis?
are you doing, Travis? Stop handing me lyrics. They don't rhyme. I don't want to sing it. Stick to what you know. Catch the ball. Be on ESPN, but let me sing the love songs.
Oh, my God.
With Post Malone.
Can I say one more thing about them getting set up? And then I do have a mom box quest. But if Andy Reid and her dad set them up, that is the realest thing ever, because
it is a good thing too.
Andy Reid would know if Travis was a good guy or not.
Yeah.
Very well.
That's a very arranged situation. And everybody like, we all act so shocked by arranged marriages, but they're the most successful. And it's because the parents have the kids' best interests at heart. Like, they really do. Like, in cultures where there are arranged marriages, they're like not just looking at like some beast for their kid. They're looking at both sides going like, do we like the families? Do you think they're going to like each other? And it actually works. Listen, my parents never tried to set me up with anybody. I think they were going to think I was a lifetime virgin because I was so into clowning, but that was only for high school.
Well,
then I went into theater arts.
Boy, I wish my parents would have been like, no, not the guy with the face tattoos.
Yeah.
No.
Or
the guy with the huge bank account.
Yeah. My parents were not, I think they were like, you're not ready. I was like, I'm 32.
Okay, they're not ready.
Yeah,
this
they're
guy's
not ready. They're like, I think they're like calling off the pitch to the guy. They're like,
Yep. No,
my parents, when I met Colin and we had like our first date, both of my parents at 2 different times were like, don't screw this up. And they weren't being funny. They were like,
they said it to you.
Yeah. Not to him. Because still, even when I say, and I'm 100% right, and my husband has hurt my feelings, they will say something that's so diplomatic, and I'm like, where was that? And it's like, you need
something
to get
diplomatic, like, don't screw this up.
Yeah, like, you need to get right with this. Well, he was probably, I'm like, how much do you think who saved who is what I have to say.
I hope you're not asking me that. Okay, I do have a mom box. This isn't her real name, obviously, but this one really caught my eye. She goes by Amethyst, which is my
That's
son's.
that was her like, I'm going in the rap maker.
Yeah.
She's Amethyst. My name's Kathy, but I love Amethyst.
It's my son's online gaming name, and because it's his birthstone. And
it's your son's?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it caught my eye. Yeah. But it's his birthstone. So
can
Mother's
I tell
Day
you what
gift
Finn
hints.
Sweeney would never know?
What
his birthstone is. He'd be like, what? Like, he would have no idea.
Well,
but he would just.
My son's very into rocks and minerals, though. So, what? Too cool for you? Okay. Have you met me? Because I used to go every Thursday to Footprints in the Sand, which was a way to learn about dinosaurs and archaeology.
Every time we go to a city, she's like, "Ooh, there's a crystal shop." I'm like, I'm not going in there. How much for this rock? What am I, selenite? I can't say it without spitting. They're like, you got to get out of this story. Your energy's bad. I'm like,
Yeah, you're clouding up all of our quartz over here, lady. Hit the skids, man. All right.
Hard K's going down the road.
Out. Yeah.
Hard K out.
Okay, so this one actually came in October 7th. I hope you're still with us listening, Amethyst. Okay.
We're the worst.
So I hope you hear this. Okay. Hi there. I just wanted to send you a quick message to let you know how much I love listening to your podcast. Today is day 19 that my 11-year-old daughter has been in the hospital battling anorexia. Oof. Bullying is a terrible thing. We will do a podcast on this sidebar one of these days. Okay. I've made many trips to and from the hospital and have been with her every day since she's been admitted. I've always loved listening to your podcast. You both helped me get through a lot of times when I had to be alone. You have been with me at night when she is sleeping and on long trips to and from the hospital to home. I'm not one to talk about my feelings and I keep a lot to myself. Even though this is the hardest thing I've ever been through, listening to your podcast has given me joy and even made me laugh. Thank you both so much for being my favorite distraction when everything around me seems out of my control.
Oh,
that's
tough.
That's really
it
poignant.
It
gets to our hearts.
Honestly.
It
does. And I think, first of all, we hope that your daughter is doing well and okay and is in treatment because eating disorders are so tough.
Yeah.
And especially anorexia. It's so tough. And bullying sucks. God, and we will do a podcast about that.
We got to talk about this stuff. So.
I mean, nobody was bullied. I was an easy target, if you can't imagine.
You know what?
Bullying was
everybody is. Everybody is.
I think that there are tough. I think just like anything, there's people that have like these kind of normal situations, and then there's extreme cases. And I was somewhere kind of left of center of that, especially in middle school into my freshman year of high school. I also was, battling my own shit with ADHD and all of those things that were new. Nobody even knew what it was.
Oh, well, but there's no reason you should ever take any responsibility in that.
No. But I'm saying that like bullying it's a tough thing. It feels isolating for the kid. It feels isolating for the parent.
And you're helpless as a parent in some ways.
You feel so helpless, but everybody has experienced it. And there's nothing that makes you feel, as you know, more fucking furious than to think your kid is being picked on. There's nothing that will make you say or think the worst than when you know someone is picking on your kid. And I don't have to finish that sentence. We've just all been there, and I just want her to know that she's Amethyst. You're not alone. And also, if you need support outside of our lovely podcast, you should absolutely look into support groups, because I find that the second you can say the words out loud, you'll find other people that will quietly go, oh my God, me too. And all you need is a couple me tooers to get in there and to feel like you've got some people behind you, because you do.
And it means nothing, I'm sure, but I would say all the rock stars that I know, Kristin included, got heat for being different or being individuals at some point in their life. Yeah. It's like some of the best leaders in the world, they're either like dyslexic or like left-handed. There's something about them that like
makes them different
and will make them greater than average in one day. So our thoughts to you both, and thank you for listening. Those messages really do, even if they're 6 months after.
We're doing our best, you guys.
We're like,
my kid's behind on her vaccines. I'll be the first to admit.
Oh I had to
do a Hail Mary Tdap.
I was too, like, but you know what? We all did. I think it's COVID messed us up.
Really messed us up on so many levels. And also just, it feels like we're constantly chasing our asses, especially this time of year, which is so hard on everybody. Everybody, give yourself a damn break.
Yep.
Take a minute. Hide in your car if you have to. Hide in your car. Thank you for listening to our podcast. And for all of you that came out to our shows, you have no idea how badass we feel after we look out and see all of you looking back at us. And we're like, this is the coolest shit we could be a part of ever. So.
Yeah, stay in your lane, Post Malone. Okay. And I mean... stay with your fiance and leave Travis and Taylor.
Just cross the center line a little bit.
I think we podcasted, right?
Yes.
He didn't think he was good looking.
Sorry. Let's go back. I'm sorry. This should be off, and it was supposed to be off. My dad always
Dewey always calls when we're podcasting.
We never podcast at the same time.
It's like you send out a podcast beacon for Dewey.
Well, because I think he's like this. I wonder if the ladies want to talk to me right now. And I'm like, nope, Dad, because if we talk, no. You have nothing to contribute about Post Malone.
I bet
you'll think it's a letter.
You don't know who he is, Dad. I do too.
Oh, God.
I can totally see
Is that guy that we saw at the county fair in 97? Nope,
No.
Dad, it's sure not.
No.
Nope.